So when the vehicle turns up for service, it's likely going to look like this. Both decks at an angle. This is how the vehicle is ran from job to job, in between collections. With the deck sat like this, we can't inspect it efficiently. We need to lift them and bring each deck up so we can get under and over each one. So when it comes in, the chances are the first things you're going to do is check the lights, run round, brake lights, indicators, all that. Use that opportunity to climb up the back deck and have a look, because they have straps that go into these mobile and stationary ratchets here that are on the deck. If those straps are between decks such as this one, this deck moves, it extends out. If our ratchets are on there when we extend them, we're going to damage the deck. So get up, have a look round. No, we're all good, the decks are clear. So the first deck movement we're going to do is we're going to take the top deck up out the way. So red lever, top deck, we're going to bring that up at the rear. So we're going to bring the rear up and we're going to drop it on a lock, about there. Then, as we seesaw it, we'll do the same with the front. If you notice, I've got the top of the safety ropes in line with the pillars. We don't want to go too high because we lose our protection from tripping over the side. We want to bring them down, and this is what's called having it as low and as level as possible, which is very important. When we've got the deck up out the way here, we want to check our car 1 and our car 2 kick downs and extensions. We do that, we're going to drop our car 2 down. And we're listening for any grinding. We're looking for any imbalance in the rams. No, that's all level. We'll go back up. Then we want to leave a slight decline in it like that. We do the same with the car 1. All the way down. Nice and level, no grinding, no leaking. And we bring that back up to about there. That's where we check our extensions. Now, it is tempting to use 2 levers at once to speed things up. That's not the right way to do it. It's 1 lever at a time. The reason we got up on the top deck and checked for ratchets is because if a ratchet was tied into the channel here and on this deck, we'd currently be ripping it out. We bring that back in. And we bring car 2 back in. So that's deck 1 and 2 set. 3 is a static deck, that's just on the rear of the top deck, so that's all our 1, 2 and 3 set. Now we're going to lift our mid deck up, which is 8, 9 and 10. So we want to take the rear of the mid deck up, about so far, then we bring the front. Then we're going to lock the front out there and then, so that's nice and safe. Now we go up with the mid deck rear. When we get to about there, we lift the prop deck up. This is the blue lever, and it's a prop deck that lifts here and kind of levels the deck out, if you see. That is maxed out at the top, but we still want to drop it down on the lock. We're going to move on to the scissor deck. We lift it up at the rear, slightly, then we bring the front up. All the way to the top, and then we drop on the lock. We're going to lift the rear up now. We're going to stop just short of the mid deck and drop it on the lock. Now that's safe too. When we've got the scissor deck set as it should be, we're going to extend it out and make sure the extension is the same as 1 and 2. It goes out smooth, comes back smooth and level. Then we move down to this bank here. We have 2 levers here, one for the kick up on this deck, but we've already set that, we don't want to go near it. Pull the loading ramp lever, we'll just extend our loading ramps out. We extend them further by pulling the skids out. So that's all the decks on the trailer set. We now want to set the decks on the unit. Again, we're going to go low and as level as possible, lifting the top deck rear up, and dropping it on the lock. Then we want to lift our kick-up deck up just slightly, couple of teeth. That allows us to extend our rear extension out, creating a bridge from the top deck of the trailer to the top deck of the unit. Then we're going to check the kick-up deck, take it all the way to the top, check it's nice and level, drops on the teeth, and we're going to bring that back down. We're going to stow it away when we're inspecting, because if we leave it up, it's a trip hazard. Then we move on to the rear of the peak. We want to take that up about 6, 7 clicks and lock it out. Then we lift the front up. Before we do that though, we come round and we check there's nothing hanging, there's no straps hanging down. A lot of trucks have sun visors. This has a mirror. If a strap is looped around that, as we lift it up, we're going to rip it off. So we want to check that out. We're all good. We lift it up. And we've got the BTM flap here, which is player preference. You can either have it all the way down, so you can step up it easily, or all the way up, so you can get under it easily. It's entirely up to you, really. I have it all the way up. So as the decks are set here, that's the best configuration for service. We can get over and under each deck.